When it comes to our health and food, the major topic nowadays is gluten. When we go to any shopping mall or any food stall, we'll see many products are labeled as gluten-free. Really, gluten is harmful to us? Let's figure it out. First of all, what is gluten? Gluten is basically a combination of two proteins called gliadin and glutenin. And the food containing wheat, barley and rye like bread, pasta, sauce, vinegar and cereals, all these food contain gluten. Glutenin basically helps those kind of food to provide elasticity so that we can create different shapes out of that. People having gluten sensitivity may face different kinds of mild health issues like nausea, body rash or headache, etc. But it may not cause severe problems. But people with celiac disease will end up major and critical health issues which we should be aware. So let me explain you what is celiac disease. When we eat any kind of food, it will go to our small intestine through the larger food pipe called esophagus. Inside the small intestine, there is a thin lining and it will protect all the waste material in the food or different virus or bacteria to get mixed with the bloodstream. Only it will allow the nutrients to pass through. So that it will go to our bloodstream and it will go to different organs in our body and it will help us to function. When we eat food with gluten, the gluten will basically come to the small intestine and it will affect the lining in our small intestine and it will make the holes little larger and it will allow different waste products in the food or bacteria or virus to pass through and it will get mixed with our bloodstream and it will cause different symptoms. Now in the next step, if a person has a celiac disease, then autoimmune system of the body will get activated and it will create a toxin which will fight against the gluten protein called gliadin. During this war, the lining in our small intestine will get damaged and it will end up with leaky gut. Eventually, all the waste products or virus or bacteria, it will come to our bloodstream and it will lead to different symptoms like nausea, diarrhea, constipation, then numbness in our hand and legs, heartburn, joint pains, and acid reflux. So if we don't control celiac disease, it may end up with major critical diseases like cancer. Celiac disease can be tested with different simple blood tests called serology and followed by biopsy. Basically, we have to understand three things here. First, if a person has a celiac disease, only should avoid gluten. So they can go for gluten-free diet completely. A person having only sensitivity towards gluten, they should check what are the food items that make them sensible or cause certain symptoms. They should avoid those food. They should not blindly go for gluten-free diet because the food when we avoid, those are labeled as gluten-free, those food also contains vitamins, minerals and fiber. So eventually our body will lack of those nutrients. So we have to be very careful in choosing our food items. And the third category is obviously the people who don't have any sensitivity towards gluten should go for any kind of food. So they don't have to be choosy in terms of gluten free or not. So basically this gluten free label is coming nowadays because of the marketing gimmick created by the big companies, and it has become a billion-dollar industry now. So we should be aware about this, and we should be aware about the celiac disease and its consequences, and we should take proper steps before taking any decision towards our food. So that's what I wanted to convey through this video. Hope you liked this video and found it useful. Thank you for watching. I wish you have a healthy and happy life. Thanks.